Hey guys, welcome to High Stuff VTU Gaming. So, this is maybe going to be the first video you're going to see, well, from me at least. The Mighty Czar will be making his own videos. And, welcome to the beginning of my World of Tanks series. It's going to be sort of different from the normal World of Tanks stuff that you're going to see. And that is because I play on the Chinese server. Yes, I'm not a Chinese. You guys probably would have guessed that right after you heard that, but I do live in China, which means I cannot connect to the North American server, which means, well, I can connect, but very rarely. So I'll be playing on this server most of the time. You're going to see most of my replays being from this server, and, well, there's nothing I can really do about it. I could just deal with 400 ping on NA or come over here. So I decided to come over here, get one of my friends' accounts, and start playing this. So, well, you guys are probably wondering, what is the Chinese server? And that's kind of the big thing, and this is what this whole video is about, showing you guys the Chinese server. And the Chinese server, don't be confused with the Southeast Asian server or the Asia server in World of Tanks, because that is for, I guess that is for Australia, I would say. It can, yeah, you can say it's Asia, Singapore, all that kind of stuff. I believe it's hosted in Singapore. But it is for Australia. It's mainly the only players. Because if you go there, it's mainly an English server. The Chinese server is not actually owned by Wargaming, although it is owned by a company called Kongjong, and they are somewhat owned by Wargaming, only 20%, due to Chinese policy. You cannot own a Chinese video game if you're not a Chinese company, but it's not really about a Wargaming company. It's kind of on its own, but it does copy Wargaming, just because this game is kind of popular in China. And they knew it would be popular once Wargaming came out, and they knew Wargaming could not make a game here, so they made this. And it's pretty much the same thing as any other server you get. I would say it's like a copy of the Russian server, just on the Chinese, but there are quite a bit of notable exceptions. But the biggest thing I would say is this is sort of like the test server, in my opinion. You get a bunch of unskilled people, but things are tested out on the server first. They test out new maps on the server, they test out new tanks, they test out balancing things, new physics, all that stuff. So when you get maps like the tanks like the M56 Scorpion, that has not been released yet, and you'll hear probably some news on Minezar's, I guess, weekly blog, or not blog, I guess it's like audio blog or a podcast, whatever you want to call it. You'll hear us talking about new tanks and new whatever coming to World of Tanks. The Scorpion is a new tank destroyer coming as a premium to World of Tanks. We don't know when it's coming, maybe in the next couple patches, but it will be coming. It's already in this game, so you're going to see a lot of new tanks on this thing. New tanks, new maps, new physics, new a lot of things. So let's just go over the basics. Well, why is my account so different? Now, this account here, as I said, it's not my own account. I did not play all the battles in it. I've only played the past couple hundred, but it is essentially mine. I'll be playing all my games on this. Probably be buying premium tanks on this as well. I do have my own account, but I'm at like tier 4. But this account has a Type 59, as you can clearly see. And I'll get to more about the Type 59 later. KV2, not too special. It does have an IS-4, so you might see an IS-4. Well, you will see an IS-4 review at some point. ISU, a 121, sorry, a 212. I always say 121 because I have that on my NA account. T-34, M103, Ferdinand, the Panzer, GW Panther is not too special. Two special tanks there I'll get to in a second. A T-44, T-32, and then French lights. But it's these two tanks that make it kind of special, as well as Type 59. This here is the A-32. This is a very, very rare Soviet medium tank that was, I believe, in the beta test or something like that. Now, yeah, it is quite rare. And you're probably thinking, oh, it looks like the A-20 and A-32 is kind of the same. It is pretty much the A-20, but a medium tank. The gun is still really bad. Nothing too special about it. I'll have its own separate review, but it is a rare tank you cannot get on any other server. Well, unless you already have the tank. Here's the BTSV. You guys probably do know it now. It's too late showing a review on it. I will make a review on it, so you guys, if you want to buy it, maybe. It costs, I believe, $100 on every server. 100 American dollars, that would be. So I'll probably do a review on this as soon as possible. Probably be my next video, to be honest. And yeah, as I said, Type 59. Now, you may ask yourself, how did I get a BTSV? How did I get a Type 59? Well, in this gift shop, let's look at the tech tree first, actually. And the first thing you're going to notice about the tech tree, different flags. They can't use actual flags because Chinese law, but nothing too different about the tech tree. The only thing I can spot out from the NA server differences is the E4 is not there, and you don't see any tier 8 premiums. Tier 8 premiums, they're not in here right now because they're cheaper to buy from the gift shop. So they normally are here. So the only difference is the E4. Now, the big difference in the Chinese server is this. This, well, is another difference. It's kind of related, but kind of unrelated. This is an advertisement. Well, this one actually is not an advertisement, but there is advertisements in this server. They're kind of bad, but they're very small, minuscule. Anyway, back to the important thing, the gift shop. You can buy Type 59s in this gift shop. Yes, that is amazing. You can buy them. They are 186. That would be $30 for a Type 59. Comes with 2,000 gold as well. Very good deal. Everything's half off. It also comes with, I believe, 100% crew and binocs. I don't know. I think that's just the crew symbol. And it comes with premium shells. On the Chinese server, we sell tanks with bundles with like premium shells and good crews and stuff like that. Some gold. But you can also buy premium shell bundles as well. But another thing that makes it special, and kind of the biggest thing about the Chinese server, is that they sell any and all tanks. So if you see it up in this corner, yes, your eyes are not messing up. But this is an M60 patent. You do not win M60 patents here. You buy them. Same with the VK7501 or whatever, 02. Can't remember the code. You can buy that. The Object 907, I believe, you buy that as well. And additional to that, you cannot see here, but you also have the WZ111, which I will also do a review. You guys notice that that's coming to all servers as a reward tank. Type 62 is still on sale here, but special tanks such as the BTSV, the PZ2J, MTLS, A32, trying to think of more. There probably are more. The Minnie Mouse, all those stuff, they are available for purchase for low prices because they are the same as any other tier 3, tier 4 premium. They are, yeah, they're available for purchase, $5 each. So you will probably see those as well. Now, quickly before I get onto any gameplay, let's just go over my stats. And this is the final thing that I have to say. The players on this server is they're a lot worse. So on North American server, I've got about 11,000 battles. I'm a 47% win ratio, and I've got about 800 WNA. So I'm an average at best player. On this server, and keep in mind, I have only taken over this account for a couple hundred battles. This server, the account is, when I got it, it was 5,000 personal rating. I don't know the WNA, but I believe it was about 1,000. And the win ratio was below 50, I believe. And since in like 300 battles, I have gotten it up to 52.15% win ratio, and the personal rating is now almost 6,000. So I've really bumped it up. That's just because the quality of players on the Chinese server is non-existent. Any good Chinese players are good at video games, and they will come over to the North American server, and that's why you see so many Chinese clans in World of Tanks. So yeah, there's nothing too special about any of these. Some tanks that I do play often, let's get some examples. Type 59. I've played almost all the battles in Type 59. And as you can see, I've got 1.4 kill death ratio, 1.6 damage. Now, well, yeah, that's decent. Remember, I've only played half the games or a little bit more. So really, I would say I've got about 2 kills per game and about the same amount of damage. And that's normal. And Type 59s are pretty balanced. And actually, all the replays you're going to see today are Type 59s. I can't find any other tanks that I've played. The artillery here does 6 times the damage and then 2.15 kills, or maybe it's the other way around. It's probably 6 kills per game. I don't know. I survive a lot. But yeah, stats like this is just common on the Chinese server. And another thing that is common, games last maybe 4 minutes long, 5 minutes sometimes. So they're very fast, very interesting. So, well, without further ado, let's get into some gameplay so you guys can see how different the server is. Okay, so our first video is going to be on Hidden Village. You guys probably are going to find some different things in all these replays. The fact that you guys can't even read any of the replays, well, not the replays, but the, well, yeah, I guess you can't read any of it. You can probably decipher some tank names. Of course, there's Type 59. That character next to it does mean type or tank. Either one is used. Most of the codes you guys can understand, so it's not that bad. But some tanks, like, then that will have its own Chinese name, so you'll have some problems with that. For example, if you look at the Carnarvon, the Platoon 1, the third tank on our team, you cannot read that. It actually does say Carnarvon, though. Anyway, I think it says Carnarvon. Yeah, my Chinese is good enough for that. So, the first game, Hidden Village, of course, and there is 4 Type 59s on each side, along with a T-34-3 on our side. Well, on both sides as well. So, it's going to be heavily influenced on medium map. You guys can already tell there's going to be a lot of Type 59s in this replays, and oh boy, there will be. Trust me, there will be. So we're going to start off right away, and even though this is a Chinese server and you can expect weird things, the one thing you can expect to be normal is the medium tanks will always go to the medium tank spot. That's the only given in this, and we're going to the medium tank spot. And right off the bat, look what I've got for backup. 1, 2, 3 Type 59s. T-34-3 will probably come with me, and I am a Type 59. We are set. We're going to take this town fast, and then the goal is the other mediums and lights will take the middle, and then the heavy tanks will take up there. This is honestly one of the best loadouts I've ever had in this server. Now, you guys probably, well, a lot of people who've never played Type 59 would say it's overpowered. It's not. I'll get to a lot of that later, why it's not overpowered. So this whole video, you'll probably see why it's not overpowered. But the one thing that does make it unfair, I wouldn't say the tank is overpowered, but it's unbalanced, is the fact that because it makes credits and it's essentially as good as the T-44, it's the most used one, and Type 59s like this, 3 mediums right here, is going to wreck face. It always does. So first shot, we completely missed that. I don't know where I was aiming. It was just a snapshot. Didn't even auto aim. Just went up and tried to hope for the best. And remember that shot, guys. Remember that one shot. Anyway, against Type 59 and T-34-3, we kind of want to get the Type 59 out because it's more dangerous, but at the same time, the -3 has a 122mm, and it's already shaved off some health from our Type 59 friend, and so we need to kill it fast. First shot second shot into him, sets him on fire. He's dead. Our Type 59 is going to finish him off. So now it's a 3v1 with Type 59s. This is going to be pretty easy. Just rush down. It's, yeah, very simple. I'll probably take a hit or two, but on the move goes in with a auto aim. He's gonna try to get around and divert his fire to different angles. I take a shot there from a Type 59. I thought it was the 62 at first, but Type 59 in the middle shot me. Not worried. This Type 59 is dead. Don't even bother looking back. I'm just gonna turn around and go after this Type 62. So this Type 62 is on less than 400 health. I'm going to get one shot into him, and then that Type 59 is going to finish him off, so we can ignore him as well. And he does finish him off. I'd like to get shots over the middle, but at the same time, it's 8-2. The game's pretty much over. Yeah, it's just, let's rush base. There's not too many tanks that actually survive the middle push. So, we're going to rush base. There's 2 tank destroyers, so I'm expecting to see 2 up there. And watch the shot from that Type 59. Up there, and it just penetrates from, like, the weirdest angle ever. But that Type 59 is on low health. Everyone else is bailing back into like the middle road. So we're gonna rush by ourselves against a J Panther and a Type 59. That shot on the full move going over a hill, auto aimed. That hit, it bounced, but it still hit. Next shot, still fully moving, with my gun pointed to the side, hits the lower plate somehow. Gonna finish off the Egg Panther too, but he's already finished off. So let's get this Type 59. Another shot on the move, auto aimed. Hits, bounces though. Second shot bounces again. We need to start aiming. The thing with the Type 59s is you can't penetrate the turret, so auto aiming them will usually hit the turret, and you don't want that. So you gotta actually aim, and you see me going into aim there. You aim for the lower plate. It's easy to pen, but yeah. So we're on a health disadvantage here, but we have a team advantage, so I'm not too worried. Get the shot in there. Maybe we can finish him off. Can we? And yep, we get the kill for like. You guys didn't see that, but that was about 10 damage. It was very, very sketchy kill. The artillery splashed him for all but 10 health, and I took him out. Anyway, now just heavy tank in the middle, so artillery, maybe I can get shot in for the kill. The Bulldog should get the first shot in. We know he's there because he already tried to splash me. Bulldog gets the first shot in. Second shot somehow hits. Go over a hill, and it's just the gun managed to go down. The gun depression on this is not bad, so I managed to sneak that shot in. So let's look at the post-game stats.
Okay, so this game we picked up almost 60,000 credits, which is quite a bit of credits for a premium tank, but I guess it gets a pretty good credit earning potential. Anyway, with the 2 times XP, we got just over 2,200, which is, once again, it's decent, but considering how easy this server is, like, this is just an average battle, easily. And it's only good for a second class mastery badge, just because there's a lot of people with type 59s, which means there's going to be a lot of really good games. There's going to be even more really bad games, so not getting a second class mastery badge is kind of like, that's pretty bad. But we got Fire for Effect and Bruiser, and I mean, we killed 2 tanks, damage 6, it's kind of expected. Finished top on EXP and damage, makes sense. Now, look at the shots fired, 15. I hit 14. That one shot that didn't hit, remember that? That was like the shot that I should never have fired. I should have hit all my shots that game, and 12 penetrations, I bounced 2 and hit 1 track. So, I mean, it's not really indicative. I only penetrated really 11 or maybe even 10 times. Going by the damage that I did, I only penetrated 10 times, I'm guessing. But still, I got 2 tracks as well. 2,500 damage, that's decent. Our armor didn't really show off anything. It kind of bounced 1 shot, but that was really it. I think we bounced a shot from the type 59 like the other one. I don't know. Either that or we bounced it because it hit our track or something. Anyway, we did take 8 shots, 7 penetrated, 1 non-penetration, and took 250 blocked. So nothing too special about the damage there, but yeah, it's kind of just about this accuracy. If you are within 250 meters, somewhere around there, you just auto aim and you're going to hit, and that's kind of the way it is. But look at how bad this team did. Like, really, only 2 people over 1,000, whereas half our team was over 1,000 damage. This was just a complete romp. 15 to 4, just not close. Picked up almost 45,000 credits after expenses. Expenses is pretty little on this tank. Auto repair is like almost nothing. And remember, I was on almost no health at the end of this. And ammunition consumables, you can expect 3,000 per pretty much every game. But 4 minutes for a game, that is extremely fast. Kind of ridiculous, but that's how games go on here. So let's look at the next one, and well, the next one, I'll show you the bad side of the accuracy over 250 to 300 meters. Okay guys, so our next game is going to be on Ruinberg, and not Ruinberg, what am I talking about? Redshire, sorry, close enough. Not really at all. Anyway, yes, guys, your eyes are not deceiving you. That is 7 type 59s on each side, as well as a total of 10 premiums on each side. Actually 9 on the other side, but basically 2/3 of this whole game is premium tanks. Very, very balanced. Kind of unfair to have an IS-3 in this game or a T-34, but besides that, it's very balanced. We got 1 tier 7, and that is it. So it's looking like it's going to be a pretty even game. Now, there's like no heavy tanks at all. We've got 3, they've got 1. So what I'm thinking right off the bat is rush the heavy tank spot. That's not a horrible idea, because what's there going to be there? A 111, and that's all? I can get past the 111 quite fast. Medium tanks might need help over there, but I think if we can beat the heavy tank spot fast enough, we can rush around, because the medium tank's always going to beat the heavies if you have enough mediums. So we're going to try to get up to this very aggressive position here. Normally I wouldn't do this, but because they don't have too many heavy tanks, I think it's safe to come up here. I can't really see them rushing medium tanks up here as well. So type 59 spotted early in the game. Let's see if we can get a shot on him. He's at a distance of 325, so first shot. It looks like it connected there, but it didn't hit the mound just before him. Second shot, hopefully we can get him. Second shot goes in. It's kind of a really lucky snipe now that I think about it. Every time I watch this replay, it's like luckier and luckier. We do take a shot and it bounces off our turret, so we don't want to stay there too long. Another big tank misses us. The VK hits us, and I assume the first ricochet was from the VK, but it could have been anything because it did hit my turret. So we do see this YAG-88. Now we kind of want to get him killed because the 111 is up there. If we kill the YAG-88, then we can rush the 111. The first shot missed completely. Second shot goes off the superstructures, hoping for a lucky pen. I know there's not too much armor there, but the angle is still really, really dodgy. Tried to finish him off there, but I don't think it would have penetrated anyway, but not in time. 111, maybe he's going to think about rushing us, but I know he does not have the gun depression, so I'm not too worried. More worried about that Type 59, maybe getting him killed and then rushing over here, because I don't want him supporting them. But at this point, I'm thinking T28, WZ-111, I can rush. So I'm about to rush, kill that Type 59 first, and then a Super Pershing. Did not see that one coming. Take the shot. It startled me, so I took the shot at the Super Pershing. The shot at the 59 would have been really dodgy, and I probably should not have taken it, and I didn't, and probably lucky, but I could have got the kill. Anyway, finish off this T28. He's going to try to back up there. The WZ and the Super Pershing are kind of occupied there with all the other tanks who have rushed. So we're going to just finish off this T28. Just get around to his back. Easy finish off. Maybe we can also get lucky and score a kill on the 111. And nope, he's going to die too fast. So 7-0 already. This is a complete one-sided victory so far. We can't lose this. No one loses 7-0 games. We've already won the heavy tank flank. Now we're going to go over to the medium tank flank, which we're also winning, coincidentally. Anyway, maybe we can poke, get a couple shots on the Type 59s. That Type 59 there is kind of worrying me. It's getting a little bit too close. And oh, look at that, an ISU 152 not pointing at me. We're going to sneak around. Now it's 8-0 already. And this Type 59 here, worried about him. It's a one-shot to kill, so try to get the shot. I should have aimed there, but I didn't have the time. Didn't feel like readjusting my aim, so I was kind of lucky, hoping for an amazing shot. Miss, but we got to finish off this ISU. I don't want him one-shotting the Centurion or the WZ-111. And here, we get tracked by the Borstig. 59 hits us. The VK hits us. Probably everything hits us. I think the Borstig tracked us and did damage, to be honest, and then the VK and the Type hit us. The next shot, I auto-aimed that, and as you can tell, I hit it. Just didn't penetrate. And then the Borstig there, maybe get a lucky shot off there. It's not going to work. So we're going to try to rush the cap now. Not cap out, but rush to him. Now we know the other two Type 59s are on that flank, so it's just me against the Borstig with a couple of bits of help. 12-0 though, so it's a complete waffle stop. It's not even close. But I'm going to ignore the cap, at least I hope my guys do. One Type 59 dead, second Type 59 will be dead in any second. Just needs to take a shot and should be dead in a second. Here's the Borsig not pointing at me, put one shot in. Now he's kind of close to the edge of the map. I kind of got worried. The other 59's dead, by the way. He just needs to put one shot on me. I'm on such low health, but our 59 helped me and I get the shot there. Could have been potentially close just because my shot, I might not have reloaded and he might have turned around. So kind of happy that I got help from the Type 59, but didn't get the... Wait, did I get the kill? I might have got the kill. Yeah, I got the kill for that. So, all in all, pretty easy. Once again, did 2,500 damage. Not the best game, but at the same time, not the worst. Well, let's look at the post-game stats. Okay, so that game we made over 65,000 credits, which was a really big haul. I didn't do anything too special compared to the last match, but did quite well. That's about average in my opinion for a Type 59. It's hard to do not that much damage because of the accuracy and how well this tank performs, but because of all the Type 59 spam, it's kind of hard to do really good because you're going to split the damage with all the other Type 59s. Anyway, 1200 EXP base. Yeah, this was a decent game, I guess. Killed 2 tanks, damaged 5 tanks, spotted 2 others. Now, if we look at the stats on this, I don't think I finished first in damage. Oh, I did finish first in damage, but not first in EXP. The 111 did more. I think it's just because of... I don't know, actually. Maybe because blocked by armor or spotted, I don't know. He hit more of his shots, but me, if you look at the shots fired, 18 shots fired, only 11 hit. Now, I spent a few shots sniping. I believe there was about 3 or 4 shots that were just complete snipes. Actually, more than that. So, really, if you're sniping over 250, 300 meters, I know I said the accuracy was great, but that's close up. This kind of accuracy when you're dealing with like sniping at this range, you're not going to hit most of your targets. In fact, you're probably going to miss all of them. And that's kind of the disadvantage of the Type 59. It kind of suffers this way just because you can't really... I mean, it's hard to do work with the gun because the accuracy is not that good. It's just, it works really well on the move. You don't get much detriment. Like, it doesn't hurt you that much when you're firing on the move. But over distances, the accuracy really does hurt you. The armor, once again, doesn't hold up. Took the same amount of hits and all that stuff. But yeah, like a decent game, 1,500 spotting damage. I guess that's how I got the extra credits. And if we look at the detailed report, I profited over 50k for that game. Pretty good, but as you can see again, just 7,500, like pretty much it's the same amount of resupply and consumables every game. Auto repair, it's about 7,000 as well, so it is decent. 4 minutes and 41-second long game though. That was like a long game for Chinese servers. These games usually go by 4 minutes and it's done. It's very fast. That's generally what happens on these servers. So let's look at our next game. It's going to be on Himmelsdorf. Okay, so you guys already know Himmelsdorf. Everyone knows this map. Everyone knows how to play this. You got your heavy tanks at 8 line, maybe, well, you got tank destroyers as well on 8 line. Go hill with some mediums, some heavies. It's pretty basic. I mean, you can't really mess this up, but, well, once again, welcome to China. Now, on this map, I get kind of excited when I get my Chinese tanks with heavy turrets. Soviet tanks work as well if you're in a medium tank with a good turret. Because if you spawn from the north, which we are, you can rush to a spot about G3. If you rush down the 2, all the way to the 2 line, then down the 2 line to G3, cut around like F2 into G3, you can get to a great spot where you spot all of the G line, and that you can get shots in on the 8 line, like G8, which a lot of tanks usually cluster up there. You get a lot of damage. You get spotting damage for a bunch of people. Anyone that's on like H3, G3, not in the spot that I go, but like I guess G4, somewhere around there, they get spotted too and they die from your tanks camping at C3. So in my opinion, this is one of the better spots in all of World of Tanks. I always go here if I get the chance with the heavy turret tank. And on the NA server, this works because people don't usually suicide rush. You usually have people who will camp at C3, protect you in case someone rushes you. And you don't get people going up the 5 line. You usually have just people going up 8 and 3. Actually, just 8 in the hill, really. Maybe the field as well. But it's usually a very campy game on Himmelsdorf till late game. And usually this changes the whole tide of the battle. It's one of these things that you usually win just from. Anyway, see a few people going on the road. I'm not too worried about it, but I do take a hit from the IS and the super Pershing, which is not what I want. But I don't really need much health here. I only really need to be alive when I'm here. So I've spotted all these tanks now. It's not me spotting them, but I do get... I can fire shots at them. They're going to be continuously lit up because of me. It's going to kind of diverge their attention. So first shot goes into the Type 59. Oh, actually, first shot goes into the T-71. Second shot into the Type 59. Third shot, I aim too fast and shoot... Sorry, I shoot too fast against the T-34. But Type 59 rushes me and then sees my backup. And that's what this position's good for. I mean, if anyone rushes you, as long as you have 2 or 3 tanks for backup, they aren't going to rush you too far. And that Type 59 just backed right off, and it was quite simple for me. I'm not too worried about my health. I didn't lose any health. Type 59 has lost all his, though. So I fired 2 shots now. 2 of them have missed, hit the upper plate. So I need to start aiming again. And that's the thing with Type 59. As I said before, you just need to aim. You're going to penetrate other Type 59s as long as you aim. Now, he's not going to penetrate me, though, because I am hull down. He can't penetrate my upper plate or my turret, so I just kind of sit there, get the shots. And what is going on? Now, I'm going to finish off this Type 59 in, like, a second. Once I reload, I'm going to put a shot through his track. But what is going on here? Now, you guys saw a few tanks go in the 1-2 line on their team, but our tanks have ignored them. We still have a Stuart Mill T-29. The T-29 is way back there. He should be there, but he's still way back there. Our scout tank, AMX 1375, is an A1 of all places. The Super Pershing T-34 and the 112 have rushed the 3 line. Generally, you don't do it because there's a tank destroyer. And, oh, look at that. There is a tank destroyer. The Borsig should be shooting at these guys. These guys should be backing out of there. But, nope. We're starting to rush the 8 line. I guess that can be expected, but there's still 2 tank destroyers and a T-34, so it doesn't really make sense to rush there. And above all else, actually there's 2 more things. We have left hill open. All we have is a Panther at A9, I guess. Maybe it's there, or it might be a different tank. I think it is the Panther at A9, and he's going to protect against all the hill rush. But most importantly, look at G5. We have a Super Pershing and a Panzer IV who have rushed middle. That never happens, especially Panzer IV. Why are they rushed middle? But let's unpause this and finish this off. I hit the tracks on the Type 59. That's a very unlucky shot, but whatever. Type 59's finished off. We're going to maybe get a shot over there, but Super Pershing finishes off 3-0 now. So it seems like quite an easy victory already. But I still don't understand why they rushed. We're going to try to... I want to get the 1-2 line finish off, but there's this Borsig here, and I don't want to leave him. So we got to kill this Borsig. The Borsig can actually do quite a bit of damage. So I don't want to pop around here. I'm on 740 health. He could probably one-shot me if he's got the 150mm. So let's not do that. And I do take the shot from the IS that's over there. So let's just get around the Borsig. The amount of health that I have now, it's just one shot and I'm dead. Now the terrain resistance on this tank is not the best, so going over those things, power to weight as well, not that good, so I do struggle. Borsig now is on 300 health. I'll get one shot into him and that's it. Maybe even ram him and then get the shot. That's what I'm thinking. So come around here. Borsig's not aiming at me in that shot. Where did that one miss? That hit there. I was aimed at the Borsig and a hit came out the side of my turret. Whatever. Get the ram. That puts him on to a one shot for me. Just need to reload before him. Reload, get the kill. Now we want to kill this IS. And the T-43 would be nice as well. 5-3, we've started capping already. But it's not guaranteed win. Remember, they rushed the hill. Now, our 8 line is going back to defend, which is good. But they still did rush the hill. We don't know what's all there. IS dead, now T-43, I want to finish that off, and all of a sudden there is a super Pershing here. That's just great. And I'm on very low health, I can take only 2 shots from the super Pershing. First shot blows my tracks, he could easily reload before I repair, so I repair the tracks. I would have liked to duck in the cover, and I probably should have, but his second shot puts me down to 100 health. He's a 2-shot for me, and I get lucky and I bounce one of his shots. Now, I was overconfident there, and I mean, I got lucky, to be honest. But now he's not even looking at me. He should be looking at me to finish me off and then worry about the egg, but he's not looking at me, and he is toast. He really played that one wrong. He should have finished me off, but even if he didn't let me get around, he should have turned around, finished me off, and go around there to save from the egg tiger. But whatever, super Pershings will be super Pershings. Now it's 12-3, it's over. That shot, don't know where that one missed. I was fully aimed on there and it went way up there. Don't know, don't care. Anyway, 14-3 now. I've done decent, another 2,500 damage game, but 14-3, all we got is to kill a KV-3, and we're capping. There is a Type 59 who has just capped this game out. What's his name? Cannot tell, I can't really see, but, oh, Roach, yeah. I don't know why I couldn't read that. But yeah, Roach has capped this game out, and we're going to see how well he did. But he is giving up the kill on the KV-3. We didn't even spot the KV-3. It's probably like, I don't know, K9 somewhere around there. But whatever. Could have been on the hill as well. But still, once again, very fast game. But that suicide rush, everyone rushed to 3, 5, and I guess 8 line. That could have went so wrong. Because they did have tank destroyers. Actually, they only had 2 tank destroyers, I think. Yeah. So I mean, it wasn't that risky, but still, it's riskier than I would have liked. I don't know why they did that, but let's look at the post-game stats and find out how Roach, the person who capped this game out 100%, did. Okay, so I pulled in just over 55,000 credits. Once again, a decent amount of credits for me. And again, second class master badge. It's common. It's so common to get second class because there's such a window of like damage you can do to get second class. Anyway, fire for effect as usual. Bruiser damaged 5 tanks, spotted 3 of them, I guess, and killed 2. My score, once again, the accuracy on this probably was not that good. But let's look at this Type 15. Well, look how I did. I finished second to a WZ-111 again, but second on damage. I guess not even close to first on EXP. But 19 shots fired, 15 hit, 12 penetrations. The 4 shots that I missed, I guess that would have been sniping down the line. It's just, yeah, it's not, you're looking at about 300 meters there. You're not going to hit all your shots. Generally, I use my WZ-120 when I'm down in that spot. And despite having worse accuracy, it makes up for it because of just the amount of damage it can do. But let's look at Roach. 0 damage, 0 kills, fired 2 shots, none of them hit. He took 1 shell, and it was non-penetration. So he literally did nothing this game except for fire 2 missed shots. He went right for the cap and capped out 99 base capture points. He got an invader for doing nothing. It was 15 This guy, I bet this KV-3 was AFK. Oh, he traveled 1.3 kilometers. He was probably on the hill. He did nothing, and this guy survived because on a 14-1 game, sorry, 14-3 game, he capped out for no reason. People like this is why the Chinese server is just so much facepalm. Why would people do that? It's just, yeah, you can't do anything about it. Whatever. But let's look back at my armor. 2 non-penetrations there from the super Pershing. That was actually quite useful. I would have died if it wasn't for that, so quite grateful for my armor there. Now, WZ-111, I just want to see how much damage he did. Wow. Almost 3,000 damage, 2.5 block by armor. That's pretty good. And he got Steel Wall and Confederate. So, yeah, he did have a good game. He deserved to win. He pushed the 8 line, I believe. So, no, he pushed behind. No, that was the 112 that pushed me behind me. Yeah, he pushed the 8 line. He had a good game. He deserved to beat me there. But, yeah, the team was just, I don't even know. That team. And this Roach guy, wow, just wow. Anyway, let's look at our final game, and there's something special here. So, yeah, just look at this. Okay, guys, so, well, what is this? You guys knew the other maps because of the pictures, even though you couldn't read Chinese. Well, tell me what this is. Dragon's Ridge? Redshire? No. Yes, that is the Great Wall that you see. This is a special Chinese map only on the Chinese server. It is the Great Wall, and it is essentially the weirdest map you'll ever see. I like it. I think it's balanced, but it is weird. It's not that big, surprisingly. Well, I guess it is big, but there's not too many things to do here, surprisingly. But anyway, this game is mainly, I guess it's mainly, it's pretty even, to be honest. We do have an extra tier 8. Actually, we might have 2 extra tier 8s. I don't know. I think only 1. Only 3 Type 59s in this game. Actually, 4, I guess. So, that's pretty decent. It's quite rare to only have 4 in a whole game. But we're going to... Well, I don't really know where to go on this map. This is the second time I've ever played this map. So, first game... Wait, no. Did I play a game on this before? This might be the first game I played on it. I know I've played 2 games total on this map. I just can't remember if I played this one before or after. But anyway, I've got no idea where I'm going. Never spawned from north before, so I'm just going to go up here. It looks like there's some hills here. There's a city there. Maybe I can hop into the city, snipe people. I don't know. Just, well, you guys know just as much as I do, I guess. Now, the Type 59 is not that fast of a tank, to be honest. It's actually quite slow and sluggish when you get on bad terrain. And this is definitely bad terrain. It's got a 50 or 60 kilometer per hour top speed, and I'm only doing 20. Wow. Now, we spotted a Type 62 early in the game, so we're going to try to get a shot in. And there's the elevation problem. You guys know all about the gun depression problem, but the elevation, not that good. But first shot goes into the tracks. Of course it does. Second shot, nowhere near. I expected him to break forward. He turned last second, so I didn't get the shot off. Sorry, I didn't hit the shot. But third shot, I want to make sure it's going to hit. So, in and fired. So we tracked him once, and then we did 250 damage, and that's it. Centurion, now we're going to try to snipe it, but that's 600 meters. We're never going to get it. And a Pershing comes out of nowhere. And we bounce it. Pershing does not have the worst penetration, but it literally bounced off the side of my hull. Actually, never mind, the frontal hull. It was angled, so it's kind of hard to get. And watch this turn. Wow. But yeah, the Super Pershing did bounce the second shot off my turret while I was showing you that. But I decided to get out of there, but that turn there was nice. And that's just the suspension. It can really handle anything. You just track yourself, but nope. Anyway, so we're going to get out of there. There was a Pershing, there was a T-25-2, and I believe there'd be another tank. And there's probably more backup there. So we're just going to leave. I'm not going to try to snipe these guys, although I probably could have. We're going to just try to flank them. And we see a Jumbo Sherman, but gets set on fire. He gets torched before I even get there. So we're just going to try to flank. Now, when I was doing this, I'm like, okay, I'll only take 2 seconds. We got 2 heavies up at B9, so this shouldn't be too bad. I'll get there in a second or two, because this thing is quite mobile. And why am I not there yet? Why am I only going 20? Is my engine out? No. Is my driver dead? No. Look at how steep this hill is, and look, the terrain resistance is just so bad on this tank. Wow, we are only doing 20 uphill. It's like a tog. We are doing a tog. Anyway, all the tanks have been spotted up there. We got a Pershing, a T-25-2, and a Type 59. So we only have an IS-3 on our side and a A-43. That's not actually the A-43, the Russian one. That's actually the Black Prince, I believe. Confusing, I know. Anyway, so we're gonna try to get the shot on anyone there. The T-25-2 kind of just sitting there, so we're gonna take the shot into him. Probably shouldn't have done that because I knew he was gonna be useless, but that will come into handy later in the game. Second shot, put it into the back of the Pershing. Gonna try to finish the Pershing off, but the Black Prince and the IS-3 are pushing up now. Tried to get a shot into the side of the Type 59's turret, but he moved back, and I ended up hitting the front of the turret, which is heavily sloped. Super Pershing gets finished off. I miss another shot on the Type 59, and we're starting to cap. We're losing this game, believe it or not, 5-7, but it's gonna change in a second. I want to kill the T-25-2 because it still is quite dangerous. I bounced my shot off him, and now it's looking pretty bad. I am definitely in the low part here, and I do bounce the shot from the Type 59. Once again, I told you guys, if you don't aim your Type 59 shells, you will bounce quite a bit. Now we're going to go down and kill him here. Bounce again. It was an auto aim, but still do bounce. But now this Type 59 is stuck. He's on 300 health. Get one shot into him here. He bounces again off my hull, and another tank bounces, hits my tracks. It was the Centurion. Type 59 dead, and we've capped out. I'm thinking about getting a shot, but I'm really confused as why the game hasn't ended yet, because it takes a few seconds for it to end after the cap out. But yeah, 8-9, and we capped out. So that seems to have been won by the fact that our tanks went through the city and straight to the cap. Now, that does seem like a balancing problem, but I guess it's more of a general team layout problem. They didn't cover the center road. They only went 0 line and K line, and that was the downfall of them. So it has yet to be seen if this is truly a balanced map, but I like it so far. Maybe you guys will. I'm going to put as much of these videos as I can of this new map for my Welcome to China series and any weird team fails. But let's just look at the post game and show you the armor of this tank, because I did bounce a few shots. Okay guys, so we managed to pick up 45,000 credits. Definitely not the best game out of any of these. Didn't even get a mastery class badge. This was not a special game at all. This was just to show you the map, but still managed to get fire for effect. That thing's really easy. No kills, but 4 damage tanks, and we spotted 3 of them. Yeah, so top damage, still, but not by much. We didn't do a top damage in the whole game. The enemy team did outplay us. We only won because we capped out. But managed to do 1,500 damage, 15 shots fired, 10 hits, 7 penetrations. So definitely not the most accurate game, but a lot of those were snipes. I mean, I did miss 2 shots at over 500 meters, and then one of them didn't penetrate there. So those are some of the misses, and the other misses were just trying to handle the ridges. It wasn't a gun depression problem. It was more of just try to hit the turrets of tanks, and that can be kind of difficult. But anyway, look at this. 9 hits received, 5 penetrations, 4 non-penetrations. And the 5 penetrations, I believe that's actually one of them. Yeah, one Type 59 did hit my track, so really it's only 4 damaging hits. And I'll take that, really. 4 damaging hits, I bounced 4, and 1 was eaten by my tracks. So the armor did hold up. More than half of the shells did not damage me. So this tank can be really... The armor on this tank, if you use it correctly, it can be pretty good, but it's not one of these things where if you angle properly, it can be good. It's one of these things where if you're in the right spot, then it will work. So basically, as counterintuitive as it seems, if you go over a ridge, people will hit your turret, and then the armor is good. You want to use that turret and that frontal hull armor. If you can get hull down, then it's preferably, like you saw in Himmelsdorf, that spot at G3. I mean, no tank could penetrate my upper plate, and no tank would be able to penetrate my turret. So it's a really good spot there. And on here, when I was over that hill, no tank could probably aim down. The Pershing probably could, to be honest, but still couldn't. Well, still didn't, and he hit my turret. So it works against other Type 59s. Type 59 armor can be quite troll. You really do need to aim your shots at the lower plate. But anyway, yeah, so that was the Chinese server, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Nothing too special about these replays, just showing you how the Type 59 performs. and showing you this new map and the amazing teams that we get. Now, one thing to be noted, and I'm not sure about this, but I do believe the Type 59 is more accurate at short distances than long distances. I mean, it sounds sounds completely logical because all tanks are like that. But what I mean is, it's more accurate than on any wargaming server at short distances. Because I believe that was one of the nerfs that wargaming issued on the Type 59, is that the accuracy would be going down. Because even though that makes this tank special, when you have a platoon of 3, let's say, and then they can all hit on the move, you just take that platoon and you rush through anywhere you want and just hit everyone on the move, kill no matter who, and then rush, done, and you're dead. Sorry, and you've won the game. And I used to do that with Hellcats on the NA server, so yeah, that can be quite overpowered. You can win quite a bit of games. If you're in a platoon of 3 Type 59s, and if they actually have these stats on this server, you probably win 80% of your games. I'm not even kidding. It is that good. But the tank itself is not overpowered. Bad mobility, as you guys saw, especially on that last map. But the armor, I guess it's better than the T-44. So, I mean, you get better armor, a little bit better pen, and I wouldn't say better accuracy. The T-44 is like a laser beam. But I will do a video comparing the Type 59 to the T-44 for you guys, just so you guys can see the differences. But as I said, I'm on the Chinese server. Going to be a lot of Type 59, so it's hard to get a really good 59 replay when you're sharing the damage with everyone else. And running T-44s against Type 59s, you're at a disadvantage just because of the penetration. I mean, T-44 cannot penetrate the Type 59 hull, and then, I mean, it's just, you're running an underpowered tank, really. So, yeah, I'll see what I can get out of this, but I'm going to be posting a lot of different replays. Most of my replays will be from the Chinese server. There will be instances where I can get on the North American one, and you'll see that. You're actually going to see a bunch of different games from me. You're probably going to see Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2, as I get some games from that. You're going to see a daily series of Europa Universalis 4 from me, so that's going to be quite interesting if you like that game. I'm going to try to make 30 minutes every day and upload those, so you guys will have plenty of footage to watch every day. World of Tanks, I'm going to be handling uploads every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Zara will be handling uploads every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So if you like his KSP reviews, Kerbal Space Station, or any of his other Steam games, he will have a list of them. If you like them, check it out on Thursday to Saturday. And if you like my Chinese server replays, EU4, and some other FPSs on my crappy computer, then check it out from Sunday to Tuesday. And on Wednesday, we're going to have a dedicated day for Company of Heroes, the first one. It's just going to be kind of trollish online stuff. So me and him probably versus 2 AIs, or me and him versus 2 of our friends. And we're going to have a day where we just talk about new updates in World of Tanks, new news in different games. So yeah, tune in for that. If any of you guys know Mingles with Jingles, or Bohemian Eagle, anyone who knows Jingles, you guys know who I'm talking about if you know him. He does Mingles with Jingles, where he just answers questions and talks. I don't think I will be answering questions, especially because you guys on my normal account, because I'm introducing this as High Step V2 Gaming, but this is probably going to be up on my normal account anyway. You guys are probably going to be used to other footage from like political stuff. Now, I will not be answering any of that just because the talking session with him is mainly, well, it is going to be just for the High Step V2 Gaming channel. So yeah, it's all going to be about gaming, no politics, so I'm going to try to keep my viewers separate from 2 different channels. But yeah, I mean, that's what you got to look to from my uploads. So guys, I hope you like this video, and I hope you like the, well, not like the Chinese server, but I hope you guys will enjoy some of the replays. Next up, BTSV review.